All praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yeshai. All praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And shout out to the elders and apostles and brethren have helped teach me this truth and are helping me grow in this truth. And shout out to you sisters who are dressing modestly, for it really helps a lot and is very appreciated. Now, just like I said um, before, I said I was going to do a lesson on what mamzers are, right? And about the confusion that there is that's being constantly spewed out. And this doctrine has already been exposed already, but you have people saying that mamzers are people who are mixed. But let's go to Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month and declared their pedigrees after their families. Now, pedigrees means lineage, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. So we're going to take down the... So we're going to, let's do this. Okay, good. So we're going to take down that doctrine right away. We're going to expose it right away, where they always want to say that mamzers are mixed, that you had to be 3 generations black in order to be an Israelite. It's all made up, and it's all just not biblical at all. All right, for we know that according to being Israelite, you have to be an Israelite according to the seed of your father. Now let's go right here. Sperma from G4687 and something sown, including the male sperm, implication or offspring, right? So that's what. So seed, whatever the seed of your father is, makes you an Israelite, okay? And if you are mixed just for being a mamzer, that would mean David is a mamzer. But David is not a mamzer. So that's another point where they got shot down and destroyed. Now, if we go to... matter of fact, let's go back to Blue Letter and put in mamzer. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's... Blue Letter. Mamzer. There we go. Mamzer. Now let's see what this means. Mamzer, from an unused root, born of it. Now this is not the correct use. Right here is the correct use. Hid outline of biblical usage. Bastard, child of incest, illegitimate birth. Right? Now we're going to cross out 2 things that are wrong. For one, B is wrong. There's no such thing as a so-called mixed seed. You can't be half Israelite and half Edomite. You either have to be one or the other. For instance, we know that 12 tribes of Israel came from what? From also having women who were Hamites. Is there, for Jacob had 4 wives, and through them, and not all 4 wives were Israelites, and through them came the 12 tribes of Israel. Now, C says born of a Jewish father and a heathen mother, or vice versa. Now, I'm going to say this. C is wrong too, because an Israelite man can have an Israelite child with a heathen woman. All right? David is an example of that. Okay? And who else? You get the point. Now, the correct definition is bastard, child of incest, illegitimate birth. That's what a bastard is. That's what a mamzer is. Okay? And we're going to go to, let's see, we're going to go to Deuteronomy, because this is where they get it at. Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 2. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of the Lord. All right, verse 3. An Ammonite or a Moabite shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, even to their 10th generation shall they not enter into the congregation of the Lord forever. So now, It's now you have what happens in verse 2, a bastard can enter a congregation of the Lord into his 10th generation. And you also have in verse 3 that an Ammonite or a Moabite can't enter the congregation of the Lord. So basically, an Ammonite or Moabite will be considered a bastard too. Now, why is an Ammonite or Moabite considered a bastard? Or, well, let me get it right here. Genesis chapter 19, verse 30 to 38. Lot and his two daughters left Zoar and settled in the mountains, for he was afraid to stay in Zoar. He and his two daughters lived in a cave. One day, the older daughter said to the younger, "Our father is old, and there is no man around here to give us children, as custom of the earth." Now, I'm going to go to KJV. Why did I do that? Genesis 19, okay. Genesis, for all you people who want to stick to KJV, alright. I don't mind using KJV, but let's see. Alright, let's keep on going. Alright, good. And Lot went out of Zoar, verse 30, and Lot went out of Zoar and dwelt on the mountain, and his two daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his two daughters. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve the seed of our father. Wow, so even the daughters know that the seed comes from the man, right? And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose, right? So when it says he perceived not, it means he didn't recognize when she lay with him while he was drunk. Verse 34, and it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said to the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in, and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. Right, so there you go. And they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger arose, and lay with him, and she perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. That is a bastard. Okay, that is a mamzer. A child that is a child of illegitimate birth. And according to verse 37, the firstborn bare a son and called his name Moab. Alright? The same as the father of the Moabites unto this day. That's why the Moabites can't enter into the congregation of the Lord forever, because they are of illegitimate birth. Bastards. Verse 38, and the younger, she also bare a son, and called his name Benamimi. The same as the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. There you go. Bastard. That's what a mamzer is. That's what a bastard is, okay? Just because you're mixed doesn't mean you're a bastard. It goes by the seed of your father, okay? If you're an Israelite man and you have a child with an Edomite woman or a Moabite woman, that child will come out an Israelite as long as it's the seed of the father, as long as the father is an Israelite, okay? So this, I hope, is very edifying to to you brethren and sisters. You know, I just want to get this lesson out. For there are people who still cling on to this, you have to be three generations black doctrine, which doesn't even make sense because, you know, sometimes these people just run with everything they can just to, I don't know, make themselves relevant, okay? But a bastard is a child of illegitimate birth, also known as a child of incest, okay? Now, and if you're an Israelite, you are the seed of your father, okay? So this means if an Israelite has a child with an Ammonite woman, that child will come out as an Israelite, okay? Because that child is the seed of the father. And we have examined that and seen that according to, uh, um, I believe it was, we have seen that according to the account of Lot, that were the daughters also said that they want to bear the seed of their dad. So as you can see, the seed goes into the woman, and the seed is the dad's, and then the woman bears the dad's, or sorry, the well, yeah, the woman bears the dad's seed. So right, the wife bears the husband's seed, and the wife gives birth to her husband's seed. All right. So an Israelite man can have Israelite children through any type of nation of woman. Okay. Now, I hope this was very edifying to the elect, and shalom.